We're in for a grand ending. 1 minute left. Get that cash! 1 minute left to make a cash deposit. 1 minute warning. Come on, let's end this with a bang! Or a boom. Your choice. Just 1 minute remaining in the round. Hurry up and cash out! 1 minute left in the round. Make it a mad minute. Just 1 minute left to impress the sponsors. 60 seconds left in the round. Some of you might want to switch to plan B, if you have one. We're at the final minute of this round. I guess I should make some sort of announcement to that fact. Time to double time. You're running out of time. 1 minute left in the round. Tick, 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 tock! 1 minute left. 30 seconds. Repeat, 30 seconds left. Only 30 seconds left to earn your fame. Tick tock. Just 30 seconds to grab more cash. Whatever you are doing, you better get it done quickly. 30 seconds left. Half a minute to go in this round. Make these final moments count. Contestants, we are down to the final 30 seconds. 30 seconds left. But no time to rest. No. Anything can happen. One final push, teams. You have 30 seconds to go. You can still make a big impression in these final 30 seconds. What a steal! We can expect a retaliation anytime now. Oh, someone better file a police report because their cash has just been stolen. A deposit has been denied. Thanks to a thieving team. Some cash has changed hands, not by choice. A great steal by one of the teams. A team has just pilfered a deposit. Rarely has embezzlement been so exciting. An amazing steal. Just when you think you're about to cash out, a great steal! There's a thief in the arena. Incredible steal. A team just made itself a souvenir. Some stolen cash. Grand larceny here in the arena. Outstanding steal. Cash way through the round. Halfway through the cash. Did I catch a bug? Halftime. Still plenty of time for plenty of destruction. Time flies when you're cashing out. We're halfway through the round. Halfway through the round. Cash out while you can. Midway through the round. Can you do the can? Can you cash out? Halftime. Bring on the second half. Bring us more cash. Halfway through the round. The fans are going wild. Keep it up. time. Seems like we're halfway through the round. If I were you, I'd try to find a way to win. Ooh, pounding back into the game, it's the Boundless. Brace yourselves! The Boundless are back and ready to go. The Boundless are back in the arena. Team, respawn! Welcome back, the Boundless! We missed you. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Boundless. The live wires fixed their short circuit and are back in the game. Ooh, the live wires are back on the grid. Team, respawn! The live wires are back in the arena. Team, respawn. Welcome back, the live wires. We missed you. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the live wires. The Big Splash are back and ready to dive into the destruction. Diving right back into the game, it's the Big Splash. The Big Splash are back in the arena. Welcome back, the Big Splash. We missed you. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Big Splash. Like a fish to water, the Kingfish are ready to rejoin the round. The Kingfish have respawned. It's the miracle of life in the arena. The Kingfish are back in the arena. Welcome back, the Kingfish. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Kingfish. Cleared for takeoff, the Jet Setters are blasting back into the game. Ready, set, jet! The Jet Setters have respawned. The Jet Setters are back in the arena. Team respawned. Welcome back, the Jet Setters. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Jet Setters. The Overdogs are back from a trip to the pound. Release the hounds! The Overdogs have respawned. The Overdogs are back in the arena. Welcome back, the Overdogs. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Overdogs. Call the paparazzi! The Socialites have respawned and are making an entrance. The Socialites have respawned. They never miss a chance to be in the limelight. The Socialites are back in the arena. Welcome back, the Socialites. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Socialites. Building to the crescendo, the hideouts are back in the game. Look sharp! The hideouts are back in the arena. The hideouts are back in the arena. Welcome back. one. It's the high notes. What goes around comes around. And guess what? The retros are back. Disco might be dead, but the retros have come back. Team Respawn. The retros are back in the arena. Team Respawn. Welcome back, the retros. They just had to respawn. It's the retros. The ultra rares are no longer as scarce as hen's teeth. They've respawned. There's a limited edition release in the arena. The ultra rares have respawned. The ultra rares are back in the arena. Welcome back, the ultra rares. We missed you. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the ultra rares. What's happening here? Did the shock and awe just come back? I'm shocked. You won't believe who just respawned. Here's the shock and awe. The shock and awe are back in the arena. Team Respawn. Welcome back, the shock and awe. We missed you. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the shock and awe. Powering back into the game, here's the Powerhouses. Fueled up and ready to play, the Powerhouses have respawned. The Powerhouses are back in the arena. Team Respawned. Welcome back, the Powerhouses. We missed you. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Powerhouses. Tough crowd, tough game, but the top shells are back to chase glory again. Nothing's gonna crack this team. The top shells have respawned. The top shells are back in the arena. Team Respawned. Welcome back, the top shells. We missed you. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the top shells. Back in style again. Here are the Vogues. Team Respawn. Back to strut their stuff. It's the Vogues. Team Respawn. Welcome back, the Vogues. We missed you. The Vogues are back in the arena. Team Respawned. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Vogues. Alrighty, here come the mighty. Team Respawned. Strength and might at the ready, the mighty have respawned. The mighty are back in the arena. Team Respawned. Welcome back, the mighty. We missed you. Of in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's mighty! Rolling back into the arena, it's the Steamrollers! Team respawned. The Steamrollers are ready to blow off a little steam. Team respawn! The Steamrollers are back in the arena. Welcome back, the Steamrollers. We missed you. Of all the arenas in the world, they just had to respawn into this one. It's the Steamrollers. Bound for a fun round as the Boundless take an early lead. Bounding ahead, the Boundless just took an early lead. That's not a glitch. The Boundless have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the Boundless. Wowee! The Boundless aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. An electrifying start for the live wires. They have an early lead. A lively start for the live wires. They have an early lead. That's not a glitch. The live wires have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the live wires. The live wires aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. Will it be a washout? The Big Splash have taken an early lead. Splish Splash! The Big Splash have an early lead. The Big Splash have an early lead. You might have to hurry to catch the Big Splash. The Big Splash aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. The Kingfish have an early lead? Will our contestants be able to reel them in? The Kingfish are swimming in sync, racking up an early lead in this round. The Kingfish have an early lead. You might have to hurry to catch the Kingfish. The Kingfish aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. The Jet Setters are off to a flying start. They have an early lead. Oh, life in the fast lane. The Jet Setters have grabbed an early lead. That's not a glitch. The Jet Setters have an early lead. You might have to hurry to catch the Jet Setters. Wow, the Jet Setters aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. Hot dog! The Overdogs are out in front. Give this team a bone. The Overdogs have an early lead. The Overdogs have an early lead. You might have to hurry to catch the Overdogs. The Overdogs aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. Here's the hot gossip. The Socialites are in the lead. The Socialites have taken an early lead. Talking about hoarding the appetizers, yeesh! That's not a glitch. glitch. The Socialites have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the Socialites. The Socialites aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. The high notes are certainly striking the right chord to kick off the round. Sing a song of sixpence. The high notes have an early lead and a pocket full of rye. That's not a glitch. The high notes have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the high notes. The high notes aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. No moving backwards for the retros. They are in the lead. Funky cash flash, cash back, flashback, funky flashback. The retros have an early lead. The retros have an early lead. But you might have to hurry to catch the retros. The retros aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. The ultra rares take an early lead. Can you be ultra rare and well done at the same time? The ultra rares take an early lead. Talk about jumping straight out of the pan and onto the plate. The ultra rares have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the ultra rares. The ultra rares aren't wasting any time. A spectacular display of force to start for the shock and awe. They're in the lead. Well. The shock and awe are living up to their name, taking an early lead. That is not a glitch. The shock and awe have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the shock and awe. Wowee! The shock and awe aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. Bit of a foreshock here as the Powerhouses nab an early lead. Knowledge is power, which is why I'm announcing that the Powerhouses have an early lead. That's not a glitch. The Powerhouses have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the Powerhouses. The Powerhouses aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. Will this early lead for the tough shells leave their opponents shell-shocked? Don't crawl into your shell just because the tough shells have the early lead. That's not a glitch. The tough shells have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the tough shells. The tough shells aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. The Vogues take an early lead. Not being the leader is so last year. The Vogues have an early lead. Talk about walking the catwalk and eating that runway. The Vogues have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the Vogues. Wow, the Vogues aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. The mighty take an early lead. I bet their moms are mighty proud. I have to say that I'm mighty impressed by the mighty's early lead. The mighty have an early lead. Haste makes waste, but you might have to hurry to catch the mighty. The mighty aren't wasting any time. They've taken an early lead. The Steamrollers take an early lead. Talk about paving your own way. There's no reverse gear for the Steamrollers. They have an early lead. That's not a glitch. The Steamrollers have an early lead. The Steamrollers aren't wasting any time. Boundless? More like unstoppable. The Boundless are in the lead. The Boundless have no boundaries. They've taken the lead. Will you look at that? The Boundless are your new leaders. Keep your eyes on the Boundless. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Boundless. The live wires have taken the lead. A shocking twist. Look lively. The live wires are number one. Will you look at that? The live wires are your new leaders. Keep your eyes on the live wires. They are the front runners. Who's number one? The live wires. The Big Splash have just taken the top spot. The Big Splash are number one. They're soaking the competition. The Big Splash are in the lead and making waves. Will you look at that? The Big Splash are your new leaders. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Big Splash? The Kingfish are swimming at top speed. They're in the lead. The Kingfish are in the lead. Talk about schooling the competition. Will you look at that? The Big Splash are your new leaders. Keep your eyes on the Kingfish. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Kingfish. The Jet Setters have the advantage. The Jet Setters are taking off into the lead. Landing at the number one spot, it's the Jet Setters. Keep your eyes on the Jet Setters. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Jet Setters. Woohoo! Watch out for the Overdogs. Who let the dogs out? The Overdogs are leading the pack. Will you look at that? The Overdogs are your new leaders. Keep your eyes on the Overdogs. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Overdogs! Everyone is talking about them. The Socialites are number one. are out in front. Cheers to that. The Socialites are in the lead. The in crowd are the ones to beat. Keep your eyes on the Socialites. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Socialites. Did I hear a D7? Huh? The high notes are in the lead. Hitting all the right notes. It's the high notes in the top spot. Will you look at that? The high notes are your new leaders. Keep your eyes and ears on the high notes. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The high notes. Ooh, the retros are showing us that old school is cool. The retros are in the lead. Back in style at last. The retros are now in the lead. It's a blast from the past. Keep your eyes on the retros. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The retros. The ultra rares are on top. More common than you think. The ultra rares have snuck into the lead. What an occasion. Will you look at that? The ultra rares are your new leaders. Keep your eyes on the ultra rares. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The ultra rares. Things are shaking up. The shock and awe are awesome. Unbelievable. The shock and awe claim the top spot. Who saw this coming? The shock and awe are number one. Keep your eyes on the shock and awe. They are the front runners. Who's number one? The shock and awe. Can you feel the strength? Ooh, the Powerhouses have moved in on the top spot. Powering into the lead, it's the Powerhouses. Fueled by glory, the Powerhouses blast into the lead. Keep your eyes on the Powerhouses. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Powerhouses. The top shells are riding the waves of success. The top shells are in the lead. Tough luck for everyone else. Time to toughen up. The top shells are in the lead. Keep your eyes on the top shells. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The top shells. The Vogues are spearheading their way to victory. The Vogues are now in the lead, with style, of course. Will you look at that? The Vogues are your new leaders. Keep your eyes on the Vogues. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Vogues. The mighty have not fallen. rolling. They're crushing it. The mighty are back on form. They're the new leader. Sneaking into the lead, it's the mighty. Keep your eyes on the mighty. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The mighty. Choo-choo! The Steamrollers rolling in on the top spot. The Steamrollers are your new leaders. Try not to get flattened. Will you look at that? Oh, the Steamrollers are your new leaders. Keep your eyes on the Steamrollers. They are the front runners. Who's number one? Who's number one? The Steamrollers. Oh, the Boundless are in danger of finding a limit. Just one member left. Can the last remaining member of the Boundless keep them in bounds? The last member of the Boundless needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Boundless. The Boundless are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The live wires are getting drained. They have just one contestant left. The live wires are almost out of teammates. Stay lively. The last member of the live wires needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the live wires. The live wires are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The Big Splash are in big trouble. Just one of them is left. Just one contestant left for the Big Splash. Will they make a big splash of their own? The last member of the Big Splash needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Big Splash. The Big Splash are down to one contestant. Ooh, the pressure is on. The Kingfish are almost out of water. They have just one contestant left. The Kingfish are in danger of depletion. One team member remains. The last member of the Kingfish needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Kingfish. The Kingfish are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The Jet Setters are down to one member. Oh, clearance for launch is almost denied. The Jet Setters are down to one member. Will it be a case of jet, set, and go? The last member of the Jet Setters needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Jet Setters. The Jet Setters are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. Barking mad, the Overdogs are down to one player. The Overdogs have just one dog, or contestant, left. The last member of the Overdogs needs to alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Overdogs. The Overdogs are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The in-crowd is dwindling. The Socialites have just one member left. The Socialites are struggling to make conversation with just one member left. The last member of the Socialites needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Socialites. The Socialites are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The high notes have all pitched in, but they're down to just one contestant. Only one member left for the high notes. They need to avoid a 3-beat rest. The last member of the high notes needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the high notes. The high notes are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. Time for a comeback. The Retros have just one contestant left in the arena. The last remaining member of the Retros might be feeling nostalgic for backup. The last member of the Retros needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Retros. The Retros are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The Ultra Rares are a rare sighting in the arena right now. Just one team member left. The last remaining member of the Ultra Rares is, well, ultra rare! The last member of the Ultra Rares needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Ultra Rares. The Ultra Rares are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The shock and awe are on their last legs with just one contestant left. Will the last remaining member of the shock and awe give us a shocking play? The last member of the shock and awe needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the shock and awe. The shock and awe are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. More fuel needed. The Powerhouses have crumbled to just one. Can the last remaining member of the Powerhouses save them from tanking? The last member of the Powerhouses needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Powerhouses. Oh, the Powerhouses are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The top shells have been tenderized. Just one member left. Can the last remaining member of the top shells tough it out? The last member of the top shells needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the top shells. The tough shells are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The Vogues are a team of one. Is going solo all the rage now? Can the last remaining member of the Vogues stay in fashion? The last member of the Vogues needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Vogues. The Vogues are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. The mighty are about to fall. There's only one member left. The weight of the mighty is all on the back of its last remaining member. The last member of the mighty needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the mighty. The mighty are down to one player. The pressure is on. The Steamrollers have almost gone flat. They've only one contestant left. The last member of the Steamrollers has heavy work to do. The last member of the Steamrollers needs to stay alive out there. Only one contestant is still standing for the Steamrollers. The Steamrollers are down to one contestant. The pressure is on. Are you ready to go from trainee to idol in this final round? See, I told you I know about K-pop, huh? Play well enough in this final round in Seoul, and maybe you'll convince me to do a little fan chant for you. Rah, rah, sis, boom, bah, whee! They say it's lonely at the top. Make sure of it here in our final round in Seoul skies. What a location for our final round. The ultimate cash point on the Mediterranean coast. Monaco. This one's for all the marbles here in Monaco. Hope you've got an ace up your sleeve. Or a grenade. It took centuries and a lot of money to construct this Mediterranean paradise. Finalists, let's see what you can do about that. I hope you're not afraid of heights. And if you are, it's too late. Welcome to Seoul. Many of the tallest buildings in Seoul have a seismic resistant design. So there's nothing to worry about, right? They say it's not the fall that hurts. It's hitting the ground. Remember to watch your step. Get ready for mayhem in a microstate, Monaco! As always in Monaco, the cards are not stacked against you, right? How much destruction can one microstate take? Let's find out! Welcome to Monaco! The Boundless have finally run into an obstacle. They've been wiped. The Boundless have been fenced in. That's a team wipe. The Boundless are now lifeless. They've been wiped. An electricity outage for the live wires. They've been powered down. went off the grid. A full team wiped. The live wires have been zapped. Team wiped. The big splash have dried up. They're out for now. The big splash have belly flopped. It's a total wipeout. The big splash have crashed on the wrong shore. Team wiped. The Kingfish were caught swimming upstream. They'll need to respawn. Literally. Someone took a net to the Kingfish. Team wiped. The Kingfish went fishing but didn't come back. They've been wiped. The jet setters are out of fuel. Oh, they've been grounded. The jet setters found the exits are here, here, and here. Team wiped. Nosedive. The jet setters have been wiped. The Overdogs have lost some bark in their plane. They're gone. The Overdogs have been sent to the kennel. Team wiped. Oh, it's not even puppy love for the Overdogs. They've been wiped. For once, the Socialites have nothing to say as they've been wiped. Fresh from the rumor mill, the Socialites have been wiped out. The Socialites are gone. Are they at a ribbon-cutting ceremony? Oh, they've been wiped. The high notes are off pitch and off the map. They'll need to respawn. The high notes just hit a low note. They've been wiped out. Ouch! A sour note for the high notes. They've been wiped. The Retros will need to make a comeback as they've just checked out. The Retros have been wiped. We'll give them some time to be nostalgic. The Retros have been wiped. They'll need to come back in style. An unusual sighting in the arena as the Ultra Rares have been wiped out. The wrong kind of anomaly for the Ultra Rares. They've been wiped. The Ultra Rares have just been served. Well done. Team wiped. The shock and awe ran into a different kind of overwhelming power. They're out. Unthinkable. The shock and awe have been wiped. You won't believe this news. The shock and awe have been wiped out. The Powerhouses tried to be a bit too Titanic. They've sunk. The Powerhouses have been wiped out. Somebody hit the generator. Someone pulled the plug on the Powerhouses. Team wiped. The top shells have cracked under pressure. They'll have to come back stronger. The top shells have been wiped out. We're all soft under our armor, aren't we? The top shells have cracked. They'll have to come back stronger. The Vogues are learning that it's not so fashionable to be eliminated. The Vogues are out of season. They've been wiped out. Only the Vogues can get wiped with that much panache. Good posture, too. The mighty weren't so forceful. They'll have to respawn and take charge. That's a mighty big shame. The mighty have been wiped out. The mighty have fallen. Total team wipeout. The Steamrollers have been flattened. They're out. Somebody just steamrolled the Steamrollers. Total team wipe. The Steamrollers got squashed down flat. Full team wipeout.
Bienvenue dans les rues magnifiques de Monaco. Nos participants vont s'affronter aujourd'hui sous les regards de nos sponsors.
대한민국 경기장에 오신 스폰서 여러분들을 환영합니다. 지금부터 더 파이너스 경기를 시작하겠습니다. 선수 입장! 지상 최대의 버추얼 게임쇼 더 파이널즈에 오신 도전자 여러분을 환영합니다. 이곳은 대한민국 서울입니다. 도전자 여러분, 서울에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 그럼 멋진 경기 부탁드립니다. 도전자 여러분, 서울에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 이 경기는 윤범석 대표님 그리고 이슬티의 후원과 함께합니다. 그럼 지금부터 경기 시작합니다. 서울 경기장에 오신 여러분을 환영합니다. 이곳은 후원자님들의 주목을 끌기 아주 좋은 곳이지요. 그럼 멋진 승부를 기대하겠습니다.
Bouncing Boundless Bounty. Woo! The Boundless have the first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the Boundless. Ding ding ding. First cash out complete thanks to the Boundless. Moolah moolah moolah. The first cash out has been made by the Boundless. Bang boom bang bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the Boundless. Crackling static. The live wires just scooped the first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the live wires. Ding ding ding. First cash out complete thanks to the live wires. Moolah moolah moolah. The first cash out has been made by the live wires. Bang boom bang bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the live wires. Floodgates open. The big splash of our first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the big splash. Ding ding ding. First cash out complete thanks to the big splash. Moolah moolah moolah. The first cash out has been made by the big splash. Bang boom bang bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the big splash. Catch of the day, the Kingfish of our first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the Kingfish. Ding ding ding. First cash out complete thanks to the Kingfish. Moolah moolah moolah. The first cash out has been made by the Kingfish. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Woohoo! Our first cash out, courtesy of the Kingfish. The jet setters have packed the first cash out. Is there space in the overhead compartment for that? Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the jet setters. Ding, ding, ding. First cash out complete thanks to the jet setters. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the jet setters. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the jet setters. first cash out. Flash that cash. Ooh. First cash out thanks to the Overdogs. Ding, ding, ding. First cash out complete thanks to the Overdogs. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the Overdogs. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the Overdogs. Party crashers! The Socialites have our first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the Socialites. Ding, ding, ding. First cash out complete thanks to the Socialites. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the Socialites. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the Socialites. Is this thing on? The Hideouts just got the first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the Hideouts. Ding, ding, ding. First cash out complete thanks to the Hideouts. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the Hideouts. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the Hideouts. A blast from the past. The Retros have made our first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the Retros. Ding, ding, ding. First cash out complete thanks to the Retros. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the Retros. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the Retros. The Ultra Rares have bagged the first cash out. Hopefully that won't be too uncommon. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the Ultra Rares. Ding, ding, ding. First cash out complete thanks to the Ultra Rares. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the Ultra Rares. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the Ultra Rares. No way! The shock and awe just bagged the first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the shock and awe. Ding, ding, ding. First cash out complete. Thanks to the shock and awe. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the shock and awe. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the shock and awe. What a force of nature. The Powerhouses made our first cash out. Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the Powerhouses. Ding, ding, ding. First cash out complete. Woohoo! Thanks to the Powerhouses. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the Powerhouses. Bang, boom, bang, bang. Our first cash out courtesy of the Powerhouses. The top shells have made the first cash out. Tough luck for everyone else. Flash that cash! Woohoo! First cash out thanks to the tough shells. Ding, ding, ding. First cash cash out complete thanks to the top shells. Moolah, moolah, moolah! The first cash out has been made by the top shells. Bang, boom, bang, bang! Our first cash out courtesy of the top shells. Strike a pose! The Vogues have bagged the first cash out. Flush that cash! Woo! First cash out thanks to the Vogues. Ding, ding, ding! First cash out complete thanks to the Vogues. Moolah, moolah! The first cash out has been made by the Vogues. Bang, boom, bang, bang! Our first cash out courtesy of the Vogues. Might is right. The mighty grabbed the first cash out of the round. Flash that cash! First cash out thanks to the mighty. Ding, ding, ding! First cash out complete. Thanks to the mighty. Moolah, moolah, moolah. The first cash out has been made by the mighty. Bang, boom, bang, bang! Our first cash out courtesy of the mighty. The Steamrollers just grabbed the first cash out. Talk about flattening the competition. Woo! Flash that cash. First cash out thanks to the Steamrollers. Ding, 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 ding. First cash out complete thanks to the Steamrollers. Moolah, moolah, moolah! The first cash out has been made by the Steamrollers. Bang, boom, bang, bang! Woo! Our first cash out courtesy of the Steamrollers. Contestants are flying! Isaac Newton would not be happy with this. The gravity of this situation must be hitting our contestants. Gravity check. Viewers at home, hold on to your chairs. Oh, look out, contestants. We have meteoroids coming in.
Watch 'em run! Who will die, who will fly?